I want to talk about your first 3 seasons, Shawne. 39.5 sacks. If that was me, and Priest knows this about me and my OCD, 39 sacks, I'd be going back and reviewing every single one of those sacks and say, no. I hit 40. That half was mine. Give me that half back. Do you think about that stuff when you see like that half? Does that bother you?
It was really 39. I got a few halves.
Oh, you got an extra half.
Oh,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. All right. So he stole a half. All right. I see.
Yeah, for sure. I just, I think, and maybe Priest can attest to this. I think a lot of us don't look at that stuff, and it don't matter as much until you step away from it.
Okay.
Right? Like when I was in it, it really wasn't really that important to me. But I got a 15-year-old son now that plays quarterback, Justin. And so, when they talk about the game, or, people talk about it in general, because, a lot of those records, I still hold. Like Micah, who broke a record, I think just the end of last year, whatever his total was in the first 2 or 3 years, like I'm still somewhere in the top 3 or top 4 with Reggie White and some names. And so it doesn't really dawn on me that much until I start to see that, right? Because when you're in it, you don't care as much. It's just numbers. It's just money. It's just whatever. And then when you get away from the game, you start saying, man, I played in the same team with LaDainian Tomlinson, right? I played in the same team with Antonio Gates and Jamal Williams and Lo Neal and Phillip Rivers. And so you start to really hash those memories at the time, but it takes you a little bit to get away from it.
So let me ask you a question, Shawne. So you mentioned your son, Justin. He's 15 years old. He's playing quarterback. Great position that you have him in, especially for today's the game has now evolved around the quarterback. So great position for him to be in. But let me ask you this, in terms of some of the, some of the hits that have been banned now, how do you feel that going towards your son, if these hits haven't been banned and he had to experience that, what would be your take on that? Or are you glad that some of those hits have been banned?
No, look, when he first started playing, I think he was like 11 years old. And he got drilled one play where he was like slow getting up. And I had a real talk with him after the game, where I was like, man, you don't. I think a lot of kids feel like they got to follow in their parents' footsteps because of what they did or whatever the case is. I'll let him know that there's no pressure for me. I don't care what he do. He just got to be great at doing it. So I didn't really, saying, hey, you got to go out here. But I said, listen, if you plan on doing this is part of the game. You're going to get dinged. The physicality of the game is going to be there. Now, he's at a different position, and they protect the players way better now than they did back when we played. But either way, it's still a physical game. And so there was no other thought process with him. He almost felt like I was disrespecting him by even having that conversation with him. Like, what are you talking about? This is what I do.
Yeah.
And so now, kind of just sitting back as a dad and seeing it, it's pretty cool on this side to really coach. And you see it, right? Like that DNA is strong. That DNA is strong in all of us. So when you go out here and see him doing some of the things or characteristics that I might have done back when I played, it's pretty damn cool.
So we got horse collaring that's been banned. We've got targeting, hitting a defenseless player.
Defensive receiver. Player. Yep.
Yeah. We got leading with the head and hitting with your helmet. Those are some of the things that have been actually outlawed. So are you glad that some of those hits, because a few of those hits are the ones that actually I was injured on during my career, and I can attest that obviously my career probably would have been longer had it not been for a few of those hits that are now banned. So that's really good, and glad that Justin's in a great place about how he feels. So that's good stuff.
Shawne, I was going to ask you real quick, though, if there was a father-son game, and I don't know how competitive you are, but would you flip the switch, speaking of lights out, and would you go in and hit and clean them out?
100%. Absolutely. I mean,
that's a good dad right there.
You know what, though? He knows that. So it's not like if you ask him the same question, he's like, yeah, my dad will try to take my head off. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that part of it is still in me. I still love being around the game. But I played the game the way it was supposed to be played. And, my career didn't go as long as I wanted it to. I didn't have, the back end of my career where I was healthy. But the times where I wasn't healthy, I played the game the way it was supposed to be played. And that's the way I learned. I mean, I don't know if Priest ever knew this, but my first NFL football game was in 2000, a Ravens game. My coaches, my high school coaches in 2000 asked me if I wanted to see a linebacker and play the game, how the game was supposed to be played. And they took me to a home game, Ravens game, and I watched everybody come out. So my first actual NFL game was the 2000 Ravens, and I saw that team. And they were the most physical team in the NFL. And that's what I watched and mimicked. I watched Ray and Bolware and all those guys, man. It was just, they were a physical bunch. And even in the backfield, they just ran the ball downhill. And that is the way I really learned to watch football. That's what I knew of it.
Yeah, so we had Jamie Sharper back there. He mentioned Bolware,
right.
Some of the names that obviously that Shawne is familiar with. So they're a very aggressive defense. And so I think if you're going to pattern yourself off of a defense, that would be definitely one that you would want to watch. So
breaking news from Bet365. New customers, Priest, $5. You just bet that and you can get $200 in bonus bets. Win or lose. So sign up, place a bet for $5 and get $200 in bonus bets. Win or lose.
Bonus bets can be used on the spread, player props, futures, and so much more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER in Arizona, Colorado, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, North Carolina, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, and Virginia. Or 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa. 21 plus only. 18 plus in Kentucky. Please gamble responsibly, and you must be present in Arizona, Colorado, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, and Kentucky, as well as Louisiana and select parishes. Maryland, North Carolina, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, and Virginia. $10 minimum deposit required. Terms and conditions apply. In-app only.
This has been a Playmaker production.